Hi, I'm Dr. Nicole Vane, the owner at Moonlight Beach Dental. And one of the topics, it's probably going to be broken into a series of videos because it's such a lengthy topic that I wanted to talk about, is dental insurance. Dental insurance is a huge problem. And it's such a wonderful benefit for patients that have it, but it can be a huge issue on the billing side in terms of quality materials being correlated with some of their low set fees. So I wanted to go into that a little bit and explain a little bit of the background about insurance and why we will always be your advocate and help advocate for you getting the most you can out of your dental insurance, but also to explain why we no longer accept some of the dental insurances as being in network. So I wanted to start off with, I actually received a letter from the ADA the other day, the American Dental Association, and I was going to toss it in the trash, and I actually have framed it now downstairs in my office because it's a letter where the American Dental Association sued Delta Dental on behalf of the other dentists in California and also nationally for over $65 million and won because Delta Dental is completely violating their contracts with the providers. And what that means is they were, without informing the provider or the in-network dentist, they were telling us one thing that would be covered or telling us an amount that would be covered. And then in their sub-language, there's all these different clauses that we're not informed of, where they'll find a reason either not to pay or to reimburse at a lower level than they told us on their phone or on their website when we call for a patient's benefits. That's a huge problem. They also, if someone were to call them, would make it sound like we've done something in error, when in fact, the only thing they're trying to do is get out of paying for the procedure that they said is a covered benefit. So let me give you some little small examples. If you have a cavity that goes below the gum line, and while I'm working on your cavity and removing the decay, I need to laser away a little gum tissue or cut away a little gum tissue with a scalpel, however someone wants to do it, so that I can expose the decay. The insurance now won't pay for the gum removal surgery or they won't pay for the filling. They won't pay for both on the same visit in the sub-language. If your cavity goes a little bit deeper and I need to put some medicine in over the nerve, they're saying that that has to be a procedure that's included as part of the larger filling and they won't cover it. There's different instances where they'll downgrade you to the lowest type of crown, even though they said they'll cover the higher grade materials like porcelain. So there's so many different sub-clauses that it's become very difficult to work with them. So in some of the cases, we're going to go ahead and get your benefits breakdown, but we also want to help educate you where the contract is actually between you and your company's HR and the insurance. We actually aren't contracted with them in any other way in that saying that we will accept the fees that they're giving us for each procedure. So what happens is that we're going to go ahead and bill on your behalf with their estimated portion that they give us, but we're also going to educate you on the different codes and types of questions you can ask your insurance. Because really what we're getting is our best guess, our absolute best estimate based on the information they've given us. But in their sub-language, even on an insurance pre-approval, if we send in a prior approval on something, it says in all caps on our letters at the very top, this is not a guarantee of benefit. So even if we get a letter back that says, yes, this person can have X, Y, and Z procedure, and yes, we are going to pay this amount, when we actually go to bill for it, that statement right at the top that says this is not a guarantee of benefit is their out clause for saying they might cover it at a different percentage or might not cover it at all. Or their game is to kind of delay payment for 90 days. I have claims that are outstanding 11 months where they're just asking us to resubmit an x-ray or whatnot so that they can accrue the interest or just not pay at all, have people give up and have the patient pay. So it's a very complicated thing for a provider to navigate through. So I just want to let you know that we are accepting many of the insurances in the regard that we will be billing for you on your behalf. We'll be honoring the fees that they've said are acceptable. And we will also be giving you all the information you need possible to get your benefit and claim paid. But I just want to use this video as a chance to make people more aware of what goes on behind the scenes with insurance companies. It's very different than medicine, where they can submit a super bill. For instance, when I had my baby, I paid my deductible. I had no idea what my labor and delivery or any of my appointments cost until months after my baby was delivered. And I got pages and pages and pages of statements of what each charge had been submitted to the insurance. And then at the very bottom, it just said, here's what you're going to pay minus your deductible. But I had no idea the entire time. So it's very different than medical insurance, yet people tend to perceive it the same. In the next video, I'm going to go ahead and explain how insurance benefits work, or how the insurance disperses payment, so that you'll better understand that.